แกนนำคนสำคัญคนหนึ่งของการประท้วงที่ฮ่องกงนั้นคือเด็กอายุแค่ 22 ครับชื่อโจชัวหว่องเคยเป็นนักศึกษาเคยถูกจับเพราะว่ามีส่วนสำคัญในการเคลื่อนไหวต่อต้านรัฐบาลฮ่องกง 2014 5 ปีก่อนที่เรียกว่าปฏิวัติร่มถึงขั้นที่ไปยึดสถานที่ราชการในฮ่องกงถูกจับแล้วก็จำคุกทั้งหมดนี่หลายคดีติดคุกอยู่100 วันและพอออกมาครั้งนี้ก็ตรงกันกับการประท้วงรอบใหม่การประท้วงที่ต่อต้านเริ่มต้นด้วยร่างกฎหมายส่งผู้ร้ายข้ามแดนก่อนแต่ก็บานปลายกลายเป็นเรื่องของการเรียกร้องเสรีภาพและสิทธิในการเลือกตั้งอย่างสมบูรณ์โยชัวหว่องนี่เป็นนักเคลื่อนไหวที่น่าสนใจเพราะว่าจริงๆแล้วตั้งแต่เรียนมัธยมนี้ก็มีการตั้งกลุ่มก้อนเพื่อจะรณรงค์ต่อต้านความพยายามของรัฐบาลฮ่องกงที่จะเปลี่ยนตำราเรียนใส่หลักสูตรใหม่ที่รัฐบาลปักกิ่งต้องการคือเรื่องของหน้าที่พลเมืองและศีลธรรมตามสไตล์แบบปักกิ่งต่อต้านตั้งแต่เป็นเด็กมัธยมแล้วครับหลังจากนั้นพอเข้ามหาวิทยาลัยก็เริ่มเคลื่อนไหวระดับชาติในเรื่องเกี่ยวข้องกับเสรีภาพและประชาธิปไตยบทบาทเขาความคิดเขาแนวทางเขาเป็นอย่างไรวันก่อนผมต่อสายตรงไปสัมภาษณ์โยชัวหว่องครับถามเขาเรื่องจากนี้ไปจะเกิดอะไรขึ้นอีกเขาคิดว่าสีจิ้นผิงจะส่งทหารเข้ามาปราบผู้ประท้วงไหมเขาคิดว่าแคร์รีลัมผู้บริหารสูงสุดมีอำนาจในการตัดสินหรือไม่ที่เขาบอกว่าเขาพร้อมจะเจอประธานาธิบดีสีจิ้นผิงนั้นแปลว่าอะไรแล้วคิดว่าจะมีการต่อรองเจรจากันหรือไม่และถ้าสีจิ้นผิงส่งทหารเข้ามาปราบปรามผู้ประท้วงในฮ่องกงจะเกิดอะไรขึ้นทั้งหมดนี้เป็นคำถามที่ผมเชื่อว่าพวกเราที่ติดตามเหตุการณ์ในฮ่องกงนั้นคงอยากจะรู้คำตอบจากแกนนำสำคัญคนหนึ่งของการประท้วงที่ฮ่องกงครับ
Your 5 conditions or 5 demands still apply today. All the demands of having the Chief Executive Carrie Lam resign, also to withdraw the bill, extradition bill, and the universal suffrage. All the demands still remain the same.
Yes, and we continue our movement.
You said the other day that you would welcome meeting President Xi Jinping, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you ready to meet President Xi Jinping?
I think what I mean is Hong Kong government officials cannot make decisions by themselves because because all it depends on Beijing. So, which means that only Beijing government officials make decisions.
Yes.
And if we need to have any kind of dialogue, of course, we welcome them travel to Hong Kong and meet with demonstrators in the protest.
Yes. The people of Hong Kong are divided between those who support the protest and those who do not support the protest. Those who do not agree with you say you are betraying the country, that you don't love your country, that you are destroying Hong Kong. How do you tell them that they're wrong?
I don't have any ability to destroy Hong Kong, and in Hong Kong, majority consensus is fight for democracy. That's why 25% of population joined the strike, and more than 80% of Hong Kong citizens urge government to set up investigation commission on police brutality.
But Hong Kong will not be the same again after this protest, whether you win or you lose. Hong Kong will not be the same again. What kind of Hong Kong do you want to see?
The place with freedom, democracy, and people can determine their own future instead of being dominated by the authoritarian regime.
Even if Hong Kong does not remain the financial hub?
I believe that if we need to protect Hong Kong to be the financial hub, the only way out is to have democracy, and genuine universal suffrage that could protect political and economic freedom.
Well, the Chinese government and the Hong Kong government have accused you and the protest leaders of being backed by the United States. They said that the United States and Britain and some Western countries have infiltrated your movement and that you are being used by them. What do you say to that?
Not surprised by the blame on me, even say that I'm trained by CIA.
Yeah.
I'm one of the CIA agent and US Marine. So we continue our battle.
So you are denying
So,
that you get any support from the CIA?
Yeah, it's just fake news.
But you have been seen, or some of the protest leaders have been seen talking to American Congress people, talking to the NED people. What kind of relationship is the protest movement with the American politicians and organizations?
The chief executive of Hong Kong and pro-Beijing lawmaker will also meet with people from U.S. Congress. So it means that chief executive of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, is controlled by U.S.
Yeah. Yes. Some Hong Kong business people have come out buying advertisements in local newspapers urging for the end of violence. You see the business leaders siding with Beijing and not with you?
Business leaders are not siding with Beijing because the General Chambers of Commerce, the chairperson just announced that they urge government to withdraw instead of just suspend the extradition bill that still exists in the legislative program. They also agree that it's a must to set up the investigation commission on police brutality. So when the leaders and the tycoons of General Chambers of Commerce issue the statement, they show that there's the solidarity and unity of Hong Kong people from the tycoons to grassroots, or we urge government to withdraw the bill.
Yeah. So you think that the business community and most Hong Kong people support the protest?
Yes.
Yes. And how do you convince those who do not support you now to join you?
We will encourage and to seek for their support.
Where do you get the financial support for your movement?
We have a crowdfunding campaign, online crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah. Personally, Joshua Wong, have you been threatened physically?
Not really.
Are you safe?
Compared to a young lady joined peacefully without employment and blindness, or other activists being jailed for 7 years in Hong Kong, the price I pay is just a small piece of cake and not really serious.
Yes. Because I hear the Hong Kong GIU, it means they support you, right? A lot of people.
Yeah, lots of Hong Kong people support.
What would you tell the leaders of ASEAN countries who are watching the situation in Hong Kong with anxiety? How would you tell? Yeah.
When Hong Kong people are facing the threat of the new Tiananmen Square massacre might happen in Hong Kong, even leaders in ASEAN, they might not really focus or pay attention to the Hong Kong's democratization trend. But when massacre happen in Hong Kong, it's really threatening Hong Kong's people's freedom. And also having a chilling effect to Hong Kong as the Asian financial hub. So it's time for leaders in Asia Pacific. They should pay attention and send message to President Xi. Sending troops to Hong Kong is not the way out, and it will just result in crackdown of the financial market of Asia Pacific.
Do you think the Hong Kong police themselves can handle the situation in Hong Kong?
They are just serving the interests of Beijing instead of listening to the voice of Hong Kong people. And also, they are not the one pushing forward of Hong Kong stability. They are just allowing more clash and situation happen.
Well, yeah. If Chief Executive Carrie Lam resigns, Beijing will appoint another chief executive anyway. So what is the point of asking Carrie Lam to resign?
Carrie Lam is not the one capable to rule Hong Kong and representing the voice of Hong Kong people, but the only ultimate goal is free election.
How would free elections be put into action if they ask you, okay, we are ready to listen to you? How would that happen, free elections? What would be your answer?
Hong Kong government can be elected by Hong Kong people. The chief executive election will not just elected by 1,200 elite committee members.
So now the issue is not only about the extradition bill, it is about the future political framework of Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Any chances of negotiations?
So what I mean is, we don't expect any negotiation happen between people of Hong Kong to Hong Kong government, because Hong Kong government can't make decision.
Yes.
So it depends on the attitude of Beijing instead of Hong Kong leader.
So you think it is possible that representative of Hong Kong people can sit down and negotiate with Beijing government?
Never say never, but most of those pro-democratic camp politicians were blacklisted to enter mainland China.
So no chance of negotiations in the near future that you can see?
It depends on the attitude of Beijing, not depends on us.
Are you proposing a negotiation?
It depends on whether Beijing will really willing to listening to the voice of people. When we expected negotiation happen, but all of us were blacklisted to enter mainland China. So how can we expect negotiation happen?
Yes. But you also understand that President Xi Jinping will find it very difficult to agree to free elections in Hong Kong, because that could weaken Xi Jinping's control over China and even Taiwan.
That's the promise of Beijing made to Hong Kong before handover on the Sino-British Joint Declaration, the international treaty that registered in the United Nations.
So far, no signals from the government, either Hong Kong or Beijing, to ask representatives of the protest movement to sit down and talk. So far, no.
Pro-democratic lawmakers sent an open letter to Carrie Lam urged to have a meeting.
Yeah.
But Carrie Lam refused it since 1st of July till now.
Would you accept the role of a third party, such as the United States or Britain or even ASEAN, to be the middleman to try to get the talks going on?
Instead of let the talks happen, I think the most important thing in this stage is to stop the plan of moving troops to Hong Kong. Yeah, I think it's more realistic and pragmatic.
You really think that China is planning to send troops into Hong Kong?
Never say never. We can't expect President Xi will act rationally under authoritarian rule. So having talks is better than nothing, but I think let us be more pragmatic. I think more important thing is, no matter it is really the action that planned already,
Yes.
or it's just propaganda, moving troops border is already a danger signal.
What would you do if China sends troops into Hong Kong?
It's hard for us to expect whether bloodshed and massacre might happen.
Yeah.
But how could world leaders in Asia guarantee the safety and safeguard Hong Kong? I think that's the most important goal. Of course, I know people will expect negotiation, meeting, dialogue is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And it's a trend, but now we are already facing the army.
Yeah.
People represent army. Yeah.
You have the PLA, the Chinese army, in Hong Kong too, right? They have the PLA headquarters in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
How many Chinese troops are there in Hong Kong now?
6,000.
6,000. What have they done so far? Have they been doing things that threaten you?
Never.
No. So they are okay so far.
Yeah.
And you have no objection to the presence of this 6,000 PLA troops.
When Hong Kong is now under the rule of China,
Yes.
under the rule of Beijing, of course, it's no surprise for they have troops in Hong Kong. And we have no option. We don't have a say on it.
So you don't believe that Hong Kong will become an island that has no financial attraction if you continue with your protest?
Hong Kong is the place with highest degree of autonomy under the rule of Beijing. And how Hong Kong, with the rule of law and judicial independence, it still can't be replaced by a country nearby.
Yes. Yeah. Joshua, you spent about 100 days in jail, right, before you were released. How did they treat you in jail?
It's hard to describe, but the threat can't defeat me will make me even stronger if determination. Even prison is a place to keep me distant out from the society, but we just continue our fight.
You are writing a book, right, to be released next year, I understand.
Yes,
What is the book about?
about my journey to fight for democracy.
You're 23 years old this year, right?
2022.
22, that's still a long way to go. What would you like to be in the end?
I hope we
Yes.
can be the master of our own house and our future can be determined by ourselves instead of dominated by Beijing.
Yes. No, but yourself, I mean, do you plan to be a politician? Do you plan to run for office in the future?
It depends on Beijing allow me to run for office or not.
You are ready, though.
It depends on the attitude of Beijing.
What have you got against Xi Jinping?
We're the ones who believe in democracy, and he's the one continue to rule Hong Kong with the authoritarian way, suppress on our freedom.
But he has run China, and China is a big economic power now. Some people say Xi Jinping has been very successful. He has made China a superpower. Don't you think that he deserves some credit?
Most important thing is, as a Hong Konger, Hong Kong people should enjoy freedom and democracy instead of we may be prosecuted, jailed, and kicked out of office. Or foreign correspondent being expelled out from Hong Kong.
What do you think of Li Ka-ching coming up with a statement and Chen Long also talking about patriotism?
It shows how businessmen in Hong Kong strongly worry about how Hong Kong leaders stay behind of riot police and do not have any intention to solve the political crisis.
You mean these business leaders or even Chen Long are not against the protest?
If Li Ka-ching never issued any statement against the protest directly.
Yeah. No, sorry. Did Li Ka-ching say he is against the protest?
Never.
Never.
In the past few months.
Okay, so what is your next step now? Apart from the class boycott, what else is in the pipeline?
Class boycott and weekend protest.
Weekend protest until October 1st.
Yes.
Why October 1st? You want to embarrass the Chinese government?
That's the most important and critical day with our cause for democracy.
And then after October 1st, what happens?
Let's see what will happen.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joshua Wong. Thank you for talking to me.
you.
And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
นี่คือคำตอบบางส่วนของโจชัวหว่องครับ โจชัวหว่องนี่ใช้โซเชียลมีเดียอย่างคึกคักมากใน Twitter เราจะเห็นเขามีการขึ้นข้อความทั้งความเห็นตัวเอง ทั้งระดมให้คนไปร่วมกันชุมนุม ทั้งเอาข่าวคราวระดับโลกมา และแปะเพื่อจะวิจารณ์เพื่อจะสนับสนุน ให้เห็นว่าเขาใช้โซเชียลมีเดียในการส่งเสริมการต่อต้านครั้งนี้อย่างมีประสิทธิภาพในระดับโลกทีเดียวครับ ต้องติดตามเขาต่อไป ว่าสิ่งที่เขาพูดสิ่งที่เขาทำนั้น จะมีทางออกสำหรับฮ่องกงจริงมากน้อยแค่ไหนอย่างไร วันนี้ลาไปก่อนครับสวัสดีครับ